Yokoso, Japanese Quest Away. And Leary, hello. Sorry I said hello to you with a cat song there, but that's what happens on Japanese Quest sometimes. Yokoso, Japanese Quest Away. Welcome to Japanese Quest. Today, the journey continues in, what's the game? Xenoblade 2. Ah, hisashiburi desu ne, Io-san. Konnichiwa. Saikin dou desu ka? How have you been recently? Let's go. So we're almost finished with Chapter 5 of Xenoblade 2. We're doing just the cutscenes, so it's all Japanese, all fully voiced. And it's taken longer than I expected to get through all these. We started this in June. After that, we had some injury issues and things, so we didn't stream for a while. But anyway, we've been doing this since June. My hope is to finish it this month, so we're probably going to stream a bit more this month. More of this game at other times than just Tuesday. Hopefully that's okay. Perhaps tomorrow. We'll see. So Leary says, I want to learn cat language and dog language too. Good, well, you came to the right place. Hopefully we can learn all languages, or at least a bit of all languages here. We can increase our power level in all languages. By the way, anyone just joining, my name is Akira Sensei. And this is a channel for learning Japanese from Japanese games. I mentioned power level because as we find new words, our power level goes up. Your power level in a language, one rough way to measure it is how many words you know in that language. So we'll look for more words in the game, and hopefully someday get that power level up to close to 9,000. Or close to fluency. That's what they say you need anyway. Xenoblade. I see Xenoblade over here with a $5 donation. I don't know if that just happened now or if that was before, or I'm not sure how this thing measured it. But anyway, Xenoblade. $5. Arigato. Thank you, Xenoblade. I just noticed that now. Anyway, by the way, also awesome name. Xenoblade, the basketball player, just retired this year. But we've used him as an example a few times of a certain word, because his name is Manu Ginobili. And to avoid in Japanese is Manu Gareru. To evade, and he's very good at that, so that's the way we learned that. Anyway, we won't go deep into that now, but let's go back into the game. We're almost done with this chapter, and this is the name of the chapter. So this is a pivotal scene for this chapter. Kubiki. Not a super common word. It means like bonds, or like a yoke that you see like on an ox. Yazio. Genki desu yo. Minna genki? Boku wa genki desu yo. Yeah, I'm so genki that I'm thinking we might stream a bit more. So we can hopefully get through this game. We've been having fun playing it, but if we just do it once a week, we'll never get through it. So I'm thinking more this month to hopefully get through this game. So let's go. And the goal, of course, is to look for words, to analyze sentences, enjoy the game, enjoy the story, and to continue our quest, our Japanese quest. The idea is it's a quest through Japanese games, looking at the language. And for example here, so we're fighting Jin, the kind of main villain of this game, and he's saying, why is he able to move so much? He's supposed to be like, his powers are supposed to be suppressed by this other blade we have here. So ugoku is to move, and here ugokeru, this ke here, is the potential form, so it's showing he can move. So why can he move this much? Yeziel, you're doing well? Or you're happy that I'm doing well? Yokatta ne. Jack Morgan. Yokoso, Japanese Quest Away. Let us continue.
ここまで動けるんだ。弁慶ってやつは動けなかったっていう。
Yeah, so he's talking about in the past we fought this other guy named Benkei. This guy couldn't even move. So again, ugoku to move. Here we have potential plus negative and plus past, because we have the ta here. So ugokenakatta, kind of a mouthful. But this guy Jin, Sasuga Jin, the main villain of the game, he can move.
何？
いいえ、これでもかなり制約を。
She's saying, yeah, so no, you're wrong. He actually is getting limited quite a bit. So this word here, seiyaku, is like a limit or restriction. It's a useful word, actually. We can consider adding that to our power level, because it's useful sometimes to put limits on yourself when you're doing something creative, for example. Sometimes if you give yourself a rule or a limit, that can increase creativity. So who knows? Maybe Jin is getting more creative in his attacks with being limited in some way. So Seigen, oh! Uketeru. So he should be getting limited in some way.
受けてるはず。彼は史上最強と謳われたブレイ
So it's because he's the most powerful blade in history. That's what he's known as.
ドなのよ。
それでも今なら倒せる。
Okay, so here we go. それでも. So even if that is the case. 今なら. So nara shows an if then. So if we fight him now, when he's limited, 倒せる. We should be able to take him down. Let's continue. This is a sentence that I kind of almost want to add to our sentence chronicle. One thing we do in Japanese Quest, we have the power of the Triforce. We learned this playing Breath of the Wild. When we put this up here, if someone writes this sentence, we can gain its power and add it to our power level. One thing, let me quick add the chat here so I can copy and paste from chat as well. ちょっと待ってください. So if I pop out the chat, that should work. So if anyone's able to write that, we can copy and paste that sentence, and possibly I can try to write it as well. But let's break down that sentence. So, それでも. So even if that is the case, that he's this most powerful blade, referencing what was said last sentence. So, 今なら. So the important thing here is, so, 今, now. 今なら. So if we fight him now, 倒せる. We should be able to bring him down. So 倒す is to defeat or topple. And then again we see se for the potential. So we should be able to take him down. So Yazil says, sorry to ask, do you have any tips? No, it's good to ask. Don't be sorry to ask, because the whole Japanese quest here is a kind of, it's a journey where we're supposed to all be party members. And so we're all kind of the same on this journey. So imagine we're on a hike, a long journey through this kind of language landscape, and asking questions, talking, just small talk. That's really what it's about. So questions are good. Do you have any tips on finding out the meaning of phrases made up of a few words that don't make sense when you know the individual meaning of each word, and put them together? There's not really a dictionary definition for the combination of words. Similar to それでも. That's a good question. A lot of times, though, word combinations like that you can look up, even though they are combined. Let's put that in, for example. That can sometimes be helpful. So, それでも. So you actually do see this, even though it is two words, like you said. A lot of times, if you look it up as is, you can see, but still, nevertheless, even so. So yeah, and another great suggestion here. This is the other good thing. A lot of times, other people make suggestions that are better than what I come up with too. So yeah, just Google them. Often Googling things in other language is the best way to look them up, because you can see how they're used. If you like Google the phrase plus English, you'll often see a translation or people talking about it. So often Google is the best way to do it, even for translators that I know, and myself when I worked as a translator. Sometimes Googling can be your best bet to find how it's used in context, to find how it is in English. Sometimes just the phrase plus English, just write the word English in English, or in Japanese, eigo de. So a lot of different ways to do that. But good question. Other people can make suggestions too. So again, this sentence, let's try to write it if we can. I will try to write it here as well. Let's see if I can change the Japanese here. ちょっと待って, because this is a good sentence for our sentence chronicle. So let's try to write it down. それでも. それでも. 今なら. So 今, now. I messed up the nara. So I gotta try it again. 今なら倒せる。倒せる. Okay, I think I wrote it there. You can see it in the chat. それでも今なら倒せる. So even if that is the case, if we fight him now, we can take him down. All right, so let's go to the next sentence, because I think the next sentence actually might be part of it too.
俺たちの力を合わ
Okay, so if we combine all of our powers, so this is kind of part of the same thought. I watched this scene a bit before, so I knew it was coming up. I usually don't watch stuff before we stream here. We just kind of do it on the fly, but once in a while to look at it beforehand helps too. Ah, konnichiwa, Cold Tails, good to see you. So let's try to write this one as well. So, oretachi no chikara. So chikara, power. And whose power? It's our power. Oretachi, so all of us here. And if we put it together, awaseba, this ba here means, so it's again, if we put all our powers together, then we can defeat. So if anyone can write that, that'd be cool. Otherwise, I can try to write it and copy and paste it. So, oretachi. So, oretachi no chikara. O awasereba. Awasereba. So if we put all of our powers together. Okay, I wrote it. As you can see, the way I wrote it, the kanji is a bit different, but it should be good enough. As you can see, there's different ways to write it. Ah, rapid fire. Bringing the Mo hype. Konnichiwa. Saikin do. I know you put that as your tweet on your Twitter. How have you been recently? Rabbit Fire is Japanese. They are a writer and they are studying English. So, Japanese people always, of course, are very welcome here as well. And let's see. Now can I copy and paste some of those sentences that I just wrote there? Let's see here. All right. So I messed up the browser cam by making this window. So I deleted it. All right, so here are our sentences we've learned so far. This is our sentence chronicle. Let's copy and paste what we got there. Hopefully it's not going to be a total mess. All right, so that's the wrong thing. It's because I copy and pasted in the wrong place. Great. So now I... Chottomatte. Sometimes with all these different lists, and I'm writing... I don't usually write it, so I'm kind of being a bit slower with this than usual. Don't worry. We will get our chronicle going eventually. So for some reason I wrote Hoshi. I messed that one up too. All right. I think I'll get this sentence later because this is taking too long, and I can do this later. Anyway, let's look at the comments. いいですね。一緒に日本語で英語でお互いに頑張ろう. We can help each other study English, Japanese, and hopefully both can kind of help each other. さあ、行きましょう。
せれば
So if we combine our powers, now we can take this guy down.
甘いな
甘いな. So you're too weak.
何ファンさん解き放とう
I feel like this is kind of the Final Fantasy VII moment here. He's got this long, kind of curved sword. He's got the gray hair. A bit like Sephiroth. So he's saying here that I'm helping you. I will release you from your shackles. Toki hanato. Sono kubiki kara. I will release you from your shackles. Yeah, this is a very kind of Eris moment. I mean, she's not as central a character, but it's a similar feel.
そのくびきから
Kanashine. Did you notice very subtly his eyebrows raised? Ah, so nan desu ka. So earlier, this was his driver. And they joked in an earlier scene about how they resemble each other, I believe. Ah, Radar Blitz. 久しぶりですね。最近どう? How are you doing? Good to see you. And good comments by Yazil as well. Yeah, we often use this metaphor of the puzzle for learning a language. They said here, not that I know anymore, but sometimes we all have individual pieces of the puzzle that we can help come up with and help each other. I think this is kind of the strength of this format, is no one has a monopoly in all information. Everyone has different pieces of the puzzle, and it's subtle pieces. It's not necessarily a word or a grammar piece. It's more subtle than that. Everyone has their own unique experiences that can hopefully draw out things for other people. So I think this is a really good point I want to highlight. We can all help in a unique way. That's why the hope is everyone who joins, everyone who even makes a comment or even who lurks can be a part of this journey and hopefully become a piece of the puzzle. Yeah, exactly. I feel like that is probably the strongest thing about this stream over the past year, and possibly a thing that I didn't really foresee. Like, I think the words at the bottom are good, learning words, all of that is good. Learning words in context, I think that's really good. But in a way, maybe the best thing has been just encouraging each other and giving each other kind of tips and ideas for different ways you might approach a language or approach a question. Ah, 僕はまあ元気ですよ。これからも一緒に旅をしよう。ジャパニーズクエストで、Radar Blitz のチャンネルで、どこでもいい。Let's continue the journey. Japanese Quest. I know Radar Blitz is a streamer as well, so hopefully we can do the journey over there sometime as well. Or who knows, even off a stream. We may come across each other someday and not even know it.
なんで
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 なんで Why?
シン、お前の目的は何だ?
Okay, you hear all the emotion in his voice. His nakama having just fell. お前の目的はなんだ? I feel like this is such an important sentence that, again, let's try to write this sentence here. I wrote the last one, but maybe this time someone can write it. できればこの文章書いてくれませんか? So お前 you, in this case, Shin, お前の目的. So your goal, 目的, very important word. Goal often helps to have a goal for a language. Sometimes the more concrete goal you have, the better. One thing that really helped me was I made a concrete goal of passing N2, the second highest level of the JLPT. I was nowhere near that level, but having that goal push me to get to that level, and I did end up passing it even though I assumed I would fail. It helps sometimes to have a goal like that to work toward. Doesn't have to be a test, it can be something else as well. お前の目的は何だ? That looks good. You have everything there except for the da. It works too without the da. You don't need the da. But yeah, if someone could get the da there as well, then we'll have the whole thing. So なんでこんなことするんだ? So why did you do that? Why are you doing this? What is your goal? Like, why are you just killing people and wanting to kill all humans, I think he said. So nicely done. You wrote that. And I will add that, I think, later, since we want to keep going. Yeah, exactly. Radar Blitz. Thanks for the comment.
なぜか。
Why? I wonder why.
ならば俺も問おう。
In that case, I will also ask you a question.
超常的な力を神によって与えられたにも。
So even though we were given this amazing power from God, Kami, God, he's the one who kind of created all of us, but he's talking here about blades. So even though blades were given this amazing power, and can you say something bad, I guess?
かかわらず、ブレイドはその記憶を持ち。
So this is his problem with blades. So even though blades have all this power, their memory, kyoku, they can't keep it. ブレードはその記憶を持ち得ない。 So he's mainly angry at two things, or two groups. Humans, like Rex, and then God, who's apparently at the top of the world tree. So Radar Blitz, how long have you been streaming again? Or did I just happen to catch your first stream? No, we've been going for a while now, but recently we've only been going once a week, or a bit more than that. But yeah, we did at one point take about 4 months off with various issues. There was a spider bite, etc. But we're hoping to stream a bit more this month so we can finish this game finally, because we started this actually in June, and it's taken longer than I expected.
知恵ない。なぜだ。
So why can't we keep these memories?
記憶は蓄積され、やがて人を、生物を変化。
Right, so as memory is accumulated, eventually it changes humans.
させる。変化こそ進化。
And those changes, that is evolution. We learned this word, actually tweeted it before the stream. Shinka, evolution. You'll see that a lot if you play Pokemon. And henka, change. You'll notice both have ka. Ka, that kanji itself means change. Henka, change. Shinka, a change in a kind of positive direction. Evolution. Raider Blitz, yeah, we played Zelda a long time ago, and we finished that game, I believe, at the end of May, perhaps. But we actually did play it a bit over December. We came back to it.
だが、ブレイドは刹那。
But a blade is just a moment. That word there, let's look it up. Sometimes it's fun to look up a word. Setsuna. Sometimes even if you know a word, or if you don't, it can be fun to look it up just to see more senses of that word. So moment or instant. Interesting, but it also says kashana. Not a word I'm familiar with. Anyone know what that word is? Or what that's from? But it says the duration of a single mental event. about 1/75th of a sentence, or the shortest possible interval of time. Interesting. Anyone know that word? Should I know that word? All right, let's continue.
コアに戻れば記憶は消えてしまう。
So if you go back to your core, those memories disappear. Yeah, Radar, I was thinking the same thing. And so he's saying, so his problem here is we can't keep memories, so that progress, that evolution, is closed off. Hey, that's a good question. Shunkan to Setsuna wa dou chigau? What is the difference? To be honest, that's the kind of question that probably is good to Google, and Japanese people themselves probably have that question and could search it out. My own feeling is that Shunkan is more common. I see it a lot more. For example, you'll see something like Shunkan teki, like momentary, a lot more commonly. I feel like Setsuna, I don't know. I sometimes see it more in situations like this, where you're kind of talking about, I don't know, the speech is a bit more poetic. But yeah, that's something I myself might look up and see some of those nuances. It's a good question. Anyone else in chat, feel free to answer.
その進化は閉ざされている。
人もそれは同じだ。
And so she's saying, people, they're the same.
確かに人も死ねばそこまで
It's true. People, when they die, that's the end.
だ。だが
But. So it's always important often when you see daga. So but, and then something important. So koto shite wa setsuna de atte mo. Setsuna de atte mo. So even if individually they live just for a moment. Yeah, often if you Google things in Japanese, you can just Google those two words, and then sometimes if you add like chigai as well, they'll have some really good things discussing it in Japanese. Oftentimes, discussions in Japanese will get more into nuances than discussions in English, and chigai means difference. So if you do a couple words, 2 or 3 words in Japanese and do chigai, often there's websites that focus just on those differences. So here's an answer that Radar Blitz looked into. So you can look that up. I'm not going to look it up for now, but if anyone wants to summarize it, that would be awesome. I would click on it, but my setup is not connected to chat right now.
個としては刹那であっても集団として文化として記憶は受け継がれ
Okay, so this is the important thing. And this is kind of a Japanese part of Japanese culture as well. The idea of the group being very important. Shudan, group, and then bunka, culture. So toshite means as something. So as a group, as a culture, shudan toshite, bunka toshite. So humans, even though they die, even though they have a brief life, their memories is passed on as a group, as a culture, and in that way they can evolve. Again, shinka shite iku. So they continue to evolve as memory is passed down.
進化していく。アーケディアはなぜコアクリスタルを管理
Okay, this is actually a really good point. And he has a solid point here. I'm not sure if it's a solid enough point to kill all humans, but it's a solid point to question the status quo in his universe. This is the problem. This kind of like a holy city, Arcadia, they manage all of the core crystals. That's the thing that creates all these blades. So essentially they manage and stop these blades from having memory, culture, any group identity, because they control and manage all of it. Kanri is the word manage here. Kookuristu o kanri suru. And he's saying why? Naze? Why do they manage all those? It's a good question. Still not sure if you should kill everyone because of it, but okay.
するブレイドの誕生をコントロールすることで首輝を課せられ
So by controlling all of the blades and how they're born, they shackle us.
集団化することを進化することを阻んでいるのでは
And all of our group identity and our evolution, they stop it.
ないか人が人であるために
シン
So yeah, people are just living just for themselves.
なぜ人ごときに首輝を課せられなきゃ
So why do we need to be shackled by humans who, to him, are lesser beings?
ければならんブレイドこそが世界そのものなのに
Even though we are, us blades, we are the world itself.
ブレイドが世界遺産
And Rex is saying, what? Blades are the world? Interesting. So Iwo is saying, is it saying that Setsuna is an old word from Buddhism that's a measure of seconds? It seems likely, based on what we saw about how it being like the shortest amount of time. That other word that we saw, Kshana, duration of a single mental event. That would suggest that it has a meaning kind of like that. Let's look up Shunkan as well. So we looked at Setsuna, that says a moment or an instant. Let's look up Shunkan. So it says a moment, a second, or an instant, or a jiffy. See, notice here we have a jiffy, whereas the second definition for Setsuna is Kashana, like this Buddhist word. I kind of feel like that's a bit of a sense of the difference of the words. This is more of a standard word, whereas the other word derives from Buddhism and seems often to be talking about more kind of serious type contexts that I see it in. But overall, I find it to be more uncommon. Speaking of words, yeah, see, that's often the case. Even natives often disagree about meaning. So it's interesting to look at like discussions like that. A measurement of the shortest time frame, but apparently natives' opinions differ regarding how long exactly. It may depend on region and different things like that as well. But let's look at our power level too. This is our power level screen, and I believe we've learned the word Shunkan, moment, but let's check. Let's do a search. And if we have not learned these words, we can learn both. So Shunkan. Okay, Shunkan, we have learned it. Word 278, Shunkan, moment. But I bet you we have now learned Setsuna. Because again, it is more rare. We haven't seen it in games as much. Nope, we have not learned that. So let's learn that today, because it is a keyword here. Setsuna. Moment, instant, or Kishana, the duration of a single mental event. Huh, interesting. Radar Blitz says in that case it would be like a very short unit of time, so perhaps shorter than Shunkan. Setsuna. Let's add that to our power level. Here we go. We are now up to word 1036. Looks good. Let's make our power level go up.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
Scatter says our power level is now 1036. 強くなったね. Gengo de. So this world, if you haven't been here for a while, Radar Blitz, this might be new. But essentially, every word we learn, this is the world of Japanese Quest. Japanese Quest and Isekai. So all these words are words we've already learned. Yama, Umi, Neko, etc. And new words we learn, this is a world created by language. It's a world filled with the language that we learn. So we now have the power of the moment, whatever that means. Makes more sense maybe when it's concrete, like we gain the power of Shido, for example, castles. We can create this world together, this shared space with language. Radar Blitz says, if I had to try to explain it, I'd say imagine how quickly you can say one thought kind of flashes through your mind while some other process is going on. Can be here and gone again in a millisecond, for example. Yeah, and obviously it can be used in kind of a metaphorical way as well, because Shin is saying human lives are a setsuna, like a moment. Even though obviously they're not that fast usually, it can metaphorically be a very short amount of time, at least compared to blades, who live forever. Thanks so much for the explanation and looking that up. Okay, back to the game. So what is he saying? That blades are like the world itself? Yeah, good question. I find it interesting as well. Often these subtleties can get in kind of the workings of the subtleties of language itself. So if from now you look at the world, you'll begin to understand yourself how us blades, we are the world. You've already come this far. Going back is not forgivable. But if you stop here, I will forgive you. Raider Blitz says, gotta go to sleep then. Ja, matane. Good to see you, Raider Blitz. And again, thanks for looking that word up. It can teach people maybe to look it up themselves. Nani? What, in a time like this? So, now! So what are you just waiting around? Yeah, this is a guy we've got to take out. Nani?
義経
メツからの指示です。
Order from Metsu.
引きます。いいです。
Let's fall back. That's okay, isn't it? Raider Blitz, shot. Matane, oyasumi.
おっと逃がせへんで
We're not gonna let you go.
あなたたちは何も分かっていない。
You guys don't understand anything.
まだ戦いは終わっていません。
This battle, it's not over yet.
なんやとアホな
What?
ケーブルは立ったはずや
Well, we should have severed the cable.
確かにね。
You
でも
did.
こいつのコアにはまだエネルギ
But in this core, there is still energy remaining.
ーが残っている。同じなんですよ。ブレイドの武器と。
It's the same as a blade weapon.
ではそういうことで、いずれまた。
So it's the same as what we just said right now. He's also saying, Ja, matane, to Raider Blitz here. See you later. We'll see you again.
ね。
待て
Can imagine Raider Blitz jumped away like that and went to bed. Mate, wait! And I'm glad we don't have to do that battle, because fighting that guy sucked when we played the game. Right now we're just doing the story scenes. So the final scene in this chapter. What is this?
俺ドライバーになったんだぞ。
Became a
ドライ
driver.
バーになって。だけど
I became a driver, but I couldn't do anything. 何もできなくて。
何にもできなくて。ファンさん、これじゃ何にも変わってないじゃない。
Nothing's changed. With a bit more emotion. Kanoshine.
あいつの過去に
Okay, so this is kind of the important thing about this past scene. So aitsu means him. Aitsu no kako ni. So kako, past. And then ni, so in his past. Itai nani ga? So what in the world happened in his past to make him like this? Trying to kill everyone.
一体何が
And spoiler alert, the next chapter answers that question. Ah. Hayai desu ne. It's kind of early where you are, huh, Io?
なんだあれ。
ちなみに今どこ? So where are you, by the way, Io? That time, what would that even be? I'm trying to place where that would be.
あれは
あれは
インビディアの軍隊。
Oh, that would be possibly like Asia, right? 日本かな?
ですもん。すごい数ですもん。
So its ships looks like war is starting. すごい数. It's a huge number of battleships.
なんやって
What?
いかん
Not good.
誰だ展開命令を出したのは
So who gave them an order to advance?
いけません。このままでは両軍は戦闘。
So at this rate, both armies are going to go to war. So konomama means kind of at this rate as things are now. So konomama de. So if things stay the way they are, ryogun, both armies. Ah, yokoso, Japanese Quest. Welcome to Japanese Quest. Gun means army. Ryo means both. So ryogun, both armies. Sento ni, they will begin battle. あ、すげえ。東京。いいですね。
どういうこと
So
ス
what?
ペルビアがインビディアを攻撃したと思っとる。
So yes, Spedibia thinks that NVIDIA attacked, but it was just Shin who did it,
じゃあ宣戦布告もなしに
without any declaration of war.
な。
これはあかんで事態を説明せえへんと収まらん
So if we don't explain the situation will not calm down.
だが今
But there's no time.
からでは間に合わん
どうすんのさ。なんか方法はないの
What is there any other way? So this is a very useful word, hoho, a way or a method, and then Nanika hoho wa nai no? Hoho wa nai no? So is there some way? Is there some way we could resolve this?
ドーラ砲インビディア軍の主力兵器よ
So they're about to fire with their main weapons.
こっちもスペルビア軍も砲撃準備を始めました
And Spedibia has also started their preparations to attack. So Junbi preparations, Hogeki, it's like a cannon attack.
間に合うか間に合わないかなんて関係
So it doesn't matter if we're going to be on time or not. So the phrase here, maniao, to be on time, or maniawanai, to not be on time. So this means whether or not we're going to be on time or not, kankenai. It really doesn't matter. Maniao ka maniawanai ka nante kankenai. We've got to try. Anyway.
出ないインビディアへ行こう
Let's go to NVIDIA.
おう
待って
Wait! Yuo-san, ja! Mata ne! See you later. Good luck on your studies in Tokyo and your time being an exchange student there. I'm jealous. That's the one thing I never did in Japan that I wish I did do. Having a true exchange student experience for, say, a semester or a year. I lived there for 2 years, but it was teaching in a Japanese high school. I would have liked to actually be in the Japanese high school as a student if I could have turned back the clock a couple more years. Ja, mata ne! Kubiki. So good timing. That is the end of chapter 5. I think, though, we will continue to chapter 6 because we do want to keep going and hopefully get through this game a bit more quickly if we can. So we will start up with the next chapter. I pressed the wrong button. That's not what we wanted. I think I'm supposed to press B, not A. Pro tip. So that's the beginning of the same chapter we were on. Yosh. Some good words we see at the bottom. That one at the far right, Hitsuyo, we see all the time. In games, necessary.